Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gents, and welcome to episode 235 of the Jar Media Yogs Pog. I'm your host Alex, joined, as always, by Jim.
Howdy, partner.
And a helicopter, and James.
I am the helicopter, James.
The helicopter of Jar. Just want to say I'm designed with an island in mind. What about you guys?
I'm not designed.
We've had the worst luck, I'm telling you. This is a cursed episode. This is another one of those episodes. Already. Everything's just been lining up to this.
You put on the glasses.
And it's just gone to fucking hell.
We won't go into which glasses, and World War III is now beginning.
Before we get too deep into the episode, let me shout out the Jar Media Patreon. Makes the audio version possible. They get their names read out in the first week of every month. And we have bonus early videos when we get those done. This actually feeds into our recent disasters. We've been gradually making this Mass Effect 2 video. Really happy with it.
A huge chunky video.
Yeah, but as I was editing it though, I was like, this is wrong without B-roll, without footage of the game. So I was like spending the last couple of days like getting clips for it, going through. And the laptop which we used to record like Jar audio and stuff, I was using that laptop to record gameplay. And I was mid playing some Mass Effect 2. I was doing the Tali mission, the Tali recruitment mission. James was sat there.
We actually in the video talk about in excess.
Well, we talk about every level bro in that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, James was there watching. I think you just came in, and then I was just like, guys, my laptop just like crashed. Right as World War III continues outside.
See.
Yeah, the laptop just died.
Just instantly the fans started going. It was that typical like Red Ring of Death, like fans start going on max crashes. And then
because I noticed it was going and looked down.
Like outside, it was just doing that.
Yeah. So that laptop's dead, I guess.
The Mac is dead, and we couldn't film because we were going to film yesterday. And then, the whole night just went completely to shit.
So we had to like scavenge like a laptop from somewhere. We just happened to have like an old one from like a couple of years ago. Spent like all of last evening updating and all of this morning updating all the software and drivers and stuff. We made it though. We got there in the effing end.
We're incredibly lucky that this laptop exists. Otherwise, because our other option was to go into your like IHE office or
record in the office.
And record in there with no camera, I guess.
Yeah, maybe an angle of just our feet or something.
Yeah, something like that.
It would have just been this weird like corn.
Yeah, which would have been even funnier because the chair that Alex is sat on currently, we've been waiting 6 months at this point for it to arrive.
I ordered it pretty much the beginning of the year.
So more than 6 months.
It was during one of the lockdowns.
Yeah. So we've been waiting for this chair to arrive for like six months.
This one we're sitting on, this 2-person leather sofa, we've had for ages. Because we obviously, back in CALNE, the first period where we could actually see each other again, we showed this whole new space that we spent, the CALNE developing. And this was like the new set, and everyone fucking hated it. Everyone went fucking mental. They were fucking throwing tomatoes out of doors. They were calling us, horrible things. So we went back because of the next, lockdown, and we revised. And we got these, and obviously it never fucking showed up. So now, the day we actually have a proper set, the computer just shits itself.
Yeah, the world is against us currently, specifically.
The world v Jar.
But we pull through, we win. With Jar, you can't fucking pull us down. And here we are.
I tell you what will pull us down though. The housekeeping segment. No, we have pretty nice comments to be honest. But overall,
a dirty house is always.
You got to clean out the dirt.
Yeah,
as they say.
Yeah.
Let's address some of the comments from last episode then. Bix Bite Bungo has one for James. James is right about car aesthetics and homes. I've seen absolute ghetto drug dens with rich-ass cars that stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. There's one in our area, actually. It's a known just drug-like dealer, and he has the most excessive car you can imagine. Like, there's no subtlety to him. Lamborghini, bright yellow, no exhausts, really loud, normal house.
How long has he been driving that thing around? Presumably he must have some confidence. Is it misplaced confidence? Or?
Yes, misplaced confidence, because if the police are going to realise, wait, there's a guy in a normal street with a fucking supercar with no exhausts. Obviously, he's dealing drugs. Naturally, that's the conclusion.
DB left a comment saying, when listening without video, I was in agreement with James. This is talking about the incense sticks debacle from the last episode. However, after witnessing how ajar the window is, well, come on, James.
Thank you.
You can clearly tell the smoke is not going to the window.
I couldn't even see the smoke in the video, to be honest.
I could.
Well, it's because we wanted to have 100, 150, 300 going at once.
Why don't we do it then? I will wear a gas mask. I will have ventilation, and we can see how
You're supposed to
long
record your voice if you're in a gas mask.
we can. But I want to do it to see how long you two can last in the room with all the
I could last easy.
No, you won't.
Yeah, so, do you ever want to go to Vegas?
Yes.
Do you want to go to a casino in Vegas?
Not every casino is full of smoke.
Yes, they are. You're allowed to smoke indoors at the casinos, so everybody does.
The whole appeal, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Fat cigar.
Yeah, fat cigar,
Then I'm
stogie in the mouth,
Well,
puffing away.
There's a difference between incense and cigarette smoke.
Or cigar smoke.
Yeah, one's much worse.
Yeah, one's
so
way
therefore I'm
worse for
not
you.
going in the casinos.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not going into the casinos in Las Vegas. I'll just go to the strip clubs instead.
They'll have even thicker smoke. Fucking
You
it
will.
up.
Yeah, different kind of smoke in those ones. Another incense comment was left saying, "Hi guys, this is from AE. I started burning incense about 2 months ago. I burn about a stick a day when I study. It really helps me concentrate. Just saying, James, if you inhale the smoke directly, it can be harmful in the long term. But if you just smell the scent from a decent distance, it has basically no harmful effect."
Well, yes. Yeah, of course. I know that.
They're
It's not like
pussy,
I'm
man.
sucking the smoke in, but it's still there.
Maybe we should do the inhaling incense stick episode as well.
Yeah, where we all hold an incense stick directly in front of our air holes.
And we see who
deep
doesn't
breathe.
suffocate the first. It's a test of who suffocates the first.
So you kept saying last episode, James, how you were like, oh, this is like the worst episode or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, because last episode there was just a level of chaos that hasn't been seen or witnessed in humanity for hundreds of years.
It's got to build up and just be released every now and again.
Yeah.
You know?
And it was the chaos episode.
But Unbuilt Comb left a comment about this, saying, "I recently rewatched the Curry episode, and this one is actually really similar. I suppose the topics of conversation are a little more varied, but the total collapse of all structure is exactly the same." I could see that.
No, because
Was it that bad?
No.
I enjoyed last episode.
You
The
know-
Curry episode was actual just pandemonium.
Yeah, the Curry episode
Actual...
is straight up the worst episode. we've
No,
ever done.
no, because
Easily.
last episode there was no structure, but we still had the structure that we were sitting down and we were filming a podcast and we were talking like it was a podcast. In the Curry episode, we sat down and I wanted to eat, so the whole conversation was about what we should eat outside of the podcast, and that became the episode.
And it was like half the length of a normal episode as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just us talking about food. There was no like structure to anything, but last episode had the fundamentals of the Jar Media podcast.
Last one then for this segment from IK Ben Pick. The Dutch have a bean proverb, voor spek en bonnen, which means for naught. When you partake in a race or something, but you know you're going to lose, the direct translation is for bacon and beans, which was the food for the poor.
Oh, so it's hating on poor people now. So only rich people win, huh? Okay, don't like the Dutch. Was it the Dutch? Don't like them.
It was a Dutch proverb. I'm
Don't
sure
like
loads
the
of
Dutch.
language like boils down to that same class division, you know?
Yeah, every language. But
Don't like
the
the
funny
Dutch.
thing there is that bacon and beans is the
best meal.
The pillars of British cuisine. Bacon and beans.
Like, yeah, I'm finally starting to understand why everyone like just makes fun of British culture and food and stuff.
Yeah, we're the peasants of the world, I guess.
I disagree. As we'll find out on Sunday night when we win the Euros 2021.
Ooh.
Yeah, we should probably mention that it is the Euros.
Come on, England.
That's not England.
It's Adidas.
It's red.
Yeah, that's not England, Alex. No, but it is the Euros at the moment. England somehow have gotten to the final against Italy. Don't know how. I'm quite disappointed,
We're all
actually, to be
enthused.
honest.
It's coming home. It's finally home.
Well, the thing is, it already was home.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they were playing home, but it wasn't home. It wasn't coming home. It hadn't come home yet. Are corgis allowed in here?
No corgis allowed. Go out.
No, he's allowed to like that.
Okay,
That's
he's
cute.
allowed to do that.
Anyway, what were we saying? Football.
Yeah, we actually watched the last game.
Well,
Alex and I.
Denmark versus England.
Well, Alex watched the whole thing. I watched the start and the end.
You went to McDonald's, didn't you?
What did you think, Alex? Did you get into the vibe, the
See,
jive?
my thing about football is if there's no score in that first half an hour, I'm rapidly losing interest because you need that tension. You need a losing side at some point, so then the other one can step up, increase the pressure, make the game more interesting.
I hate it when you get to like halfway through the second half and there's still no goal. I hate it then because it's like I'm too tense. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What's gonna happen?
It also feels like wasted time. It's like it feels like a movie where like the first act like never began. Like it just never any action happened or anything. No drama. It was all right though in the end. I was rooting for my Lego boys, but they couldn't build their way to a master building victory though. I'm afraid.
And unfortunately, it means England's through.
But did you hear about the English fan shining a laser into the face of the Denmarkian?
Well, this has all been
goalkeeper?
Everywhere, all over social media, just how bad form some of the English fans have been.
Yeah.
No,
well, they always are. I think this is the reason I don't get into football. Football hooligans are the biggest cunts. You see them,
if we're talking like fan bases, you don't see like My Little Pony fans doing this level of shit with the, you know what I mean? Like they're so invested in the like nationalism part of it.
You know,
it's
that's
such an us versus them thing.
That's the reason I hate like national football, like games like the World Cup and the Euros. It's just like people using an excuse to be like the most nationalist pricks they can because that is justified because footy.
Yeah, and you see these articles of people going abroad to when there's a game in, say, Germany, and people, the British football hooligans or English specifically, football hooligans are just cruel to the Germans in their own country.
Yeah, it
they're disrespecting the game though. True sports fans do not act this way.
No.
They have a respect for the game and respect for who they're playing against. And
No, you see the players hugging each other after the game. You see the managers of the teams
being
hugging
happy.
each other and congratulating each other for whoever won. And then the people in the crowds like being horrible on social media to a 6-year-old German girl. These people are monsters. It makes me...
it's very sad.
Instead of feeling some sort of pride about us getting into the finals,
I feel disgust.
I feel disgust and ashamed to be English because of the way these people are behaving. It's horrendous.
What do you think what proportion of these groups are people of that level? Because of course, the way it's talked about, of course, the most notable bad examples are going to float to the top because it's just the way social media
I'm sure it's a loud
works.
minority as it always is.
Yeah.
It seems because going to a different country to watch your team play, that's quite a big financial investment. You've got to be a very dedicated fan to do that. It's those people who always cause the trouble. England paid in Porto, in Portugal, then what do you see after the match? Them literally walking through the streets, smashing up local vendors, smashing up their fucking outside furniture, just destroying the city, basically, out of national pride. And it's always that group because they're always the most hardline. They're always going to these countries. They're on Twitter abusing a fucking 6-year-old, you know? It's always that group.
Yeah, I just don't get it at that level, you know? It's like always, it never goes beyond like, it's a game, you know?
Yeah.
Like when you break it down, it is a game. And they're playing a game against each other.
You'd think we're at like war with these countries.
Yeah.
No, but these probably people, these type of people with the German situation, they have a prejudice against Germany because of World War fucking II, because of the Nazis 80 fucking
they'll
years
find
ago.
any reason to have a prejudice against the people.
They're playing against.
But on the topic of people going to another country to watch a football game, lots of Danish people came to England to watch this latest game. And like to see people like shining a light in the Danish goalkeeper's face, like a laser. Like,
that's bad sportsmanship.
It's so horrible. Like these people have come to our country to enjoy a sport that we're really into. Why do you guys have to be just the biggest cunts about it?
No, but here's the thing. I can't say with 100% accuracy. This problem is only with England. It's only with English fans.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm so removed from football. I thought this was an England shirt. I mean, so I don't know like how deep this goes. It's like, obviously a huge part of
English
culture
people are known for being worse.
No,
than
we are known.
Every other.
When there's England fans are going to a different country to play a match, everyone fucking knows the England fans are coming. Everyone's preparing because the England fans are coming. We have a terrible reputation for it. But like you know, the Danish people, German people, when they come here, it's like there might be cases where it happens because obviously it's always going to be a sect of really hardline people. But on the wide scale, we are worse. When people come here, it's always an enjoyable time because they're not smashing up our stuff. They're coming here, they're putting money into our economy. They're supporting local businesses, and it's a good time. You know, there's no bad like situation around it. But English fans, just a fucking joke. And I that's why I'm like so down on this the Euros. And I want us to lose. But I don't want us to lose because more women will be battered if we lose. You know, I want us to win so then less women get fucking physically abused by their hardline football husbands. But I want us to lose.
To be honest.
Well, yeah, the best thing about this final is that it is in England. So if we do lose or win, we won't be destroying another country's. We'll be smashing up London or wherever the fucking pitch is.
It's fucking just sad. It's like it always leaves a bad taste in my mouth whenever it happens. You just don't feel good about it after. It's like, great, England looks like a cunt again.
Yeah.
When it's boiled down into social media,
the hatred from other European countries.
Mm-hmm. Oh well. Football crazy, chalky mad.
Grab a Lucozade, play FIFA with James's dad.
Shut up! Don't bring up the James's dad thing into jar.
This is normally the part where we do like topics and stuff, but last episode, because it was such a chaos moment, we didn't really do any questions. So I figured, just for the rest of the episode, we'll have questions.
What this is like this is the calm after the storm. It's the gentle episode. This is the gentle, the gentle, submissive, and breedable episode.
Let's just start then with some of the questions from last thread. I gathered from last thread and this thread. So the only dick pisser can get us going. Does Beast have any interesting stories from his time as a bartender? You have said about the conspiracy theorist with his papers.
I've talked about that on Jar already.
So haven't you got this really interesting story about something you heard at night?
What about the guy who was like, he like didn't have a house or anything? He just like was walking.
Yeah, that was quite interesting. This guy just came in like wearing a quite fancy clothes, and he just struck up a conversation with me, and he was saying how this pub was just in the middle of nowhere. And
it's the same pub with the ghost story.
You see, the thing is, he could be totally bullshitting. He said some shit that he said he used to have a hand glider, and he would hand glide down a hill, like to get to work. And I was like, "Well, how'd you get home?" He's like, "Carry it back up the hill." Like he said, he hang glided to work. So
what?
But the truth is, when he left the pub, there was no vehicle. He just walked off. this pub was in the middle of nowhere. He said he'd been walking for the past like 3 hours from this other town that I know is really far away.
Yeah.
And he clearly knew that area, and he was just like, yeah, I'm a guy that walks places. It was really like a well-spoken guy, quite young, early 20s.
Just the walking guy.
Yeah, it was just a character.
The hang glider walking guy.
Yeah.
This is like someone's going to go through the history of the pub and find that there's a ghost known as the hang glider.
A guy that died in a hang gliding accident. Yeah, I don't know. It's so much shit when you bartend for a long amount of time. Stuff that's weird, probably to other people, like
because it's so normal. You hear it so often that you just kind of become
and like drunk people. I've seen so many drunk people doing stupid shit that it's just nothing at this point.
Any notable standouts in your mind?
I feel
Cringe?
like all the notable ones, like the conspiracy theorist guy, like I've talked about them already because they were that notable.
Any fights or anything like that?
Yeah, I've seen the odd brawl. But
Pretty cringe.
yeah, it's just drunk people getting silly over like the most mundane shit.
Thinking in their drunk world that they're like about to be really cool and have a John Wick fight.
Yeah, and it's just people like swinging their arms like a chimp.
Yeah. And not like a normal chimp, like a
Like an old chimp.
An old inebriated chimp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like a chimp that isn't drunk, like that's...
Oh yeah,
That's
they can throw down.
up.
Absolutely, but they don't look
I know what you mean. I'm being pedantic.
What's the word? But yeah, the thing is with all fights, you know, they never look cool. In reality, fights are the lamest thing.
Yeah.
Unless you're watching MMA, shit is lame.
Yeah, when they're kicking kicks so to the fucking head and shit, that's
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
But being slightly drunk and swinging for
But
the
even
other
not
guy.
drunk, like the way people just like go limp and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In the movies, they like fly backwards and go whoa.
Yeah.
and
It's
break a
romanticized,
chair.
like the imagery of it is like romanticized.
Yeah, but like when someone gets knocked out, it's just limp down to the ground.
Yeah, you see like a YouTube video of like a bully beating up a little kid or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn.
Yeah, fighting isn't really very cool.
Yeah, but some people feel like they have to do it to be masculine. Like,
Yeah.
you've got to prove yourself through your fights, and that's just fucking ridiculous.
If you're disowned in the bar,
Go fucking knock him out, man.
let's go. I'm taking you down.
Do you want to go outside?
Cajolio has one for us. How do you feel that your video about the Nostalgia Critics The Wall is very close to 1 million views? I think it was one of the biggest things that introduced people to the channel, and it was the first Jar video I properly watched. Is that video reaching 1 million views not as exciting for Alex, since he frequently gets high view counts on IHE? And how do Jim and James feel that their goonful faces are now reaching the 1 million milestone?
I forget.
The main reason I'm pleased about it is because I was sick of the most viewed video on Jar being the save IHE thing from when my channel was taken down.
Oh.
No, I think that video is like, you know, because that was the area where we had, you know, I think you were in between making IHE videos, so you had a bit of time, and it's like old, you know, over the last few years, that's when we've been able to make extra Jar videos. Obviously, we've completely changed that now, but I think the success of that video, it like kind of gave us a kick to be like, oh, we should actually, you know, do some more when we can, and that's where we are in the situation now, where we've got a regular extra content schedule, and like I'm proud of that video, but I just don't think about it, because it's, if you think too much about the viewer count and all this, you're turning the channel into like you're chasing views.
Yeah,
and we all agree that this isn't what Jar is. We're never doing that.
To me, it's very obvious when videos are made with like no fun, you know. Do you know what I mean? Like the person who's making it, they're not making it because they find it fun, they're making it like almost out of obligation or whatever.
And
yeah, that was the thing. We weren't like chasing this to like, let's get this video out now. Like
it was perfect lineup too.
Yeah, we'd already talked about the Nostalgia Critic, and
we'd already done like a whole video on him, I think.
Yeah, we had, and you and I already were invested in the thing his video was on.
The wall. Yeah.
But it's like that whole the wall video blew up, Everyone's making videos on it, but we didn't know this. I don't think we were just like this video.
Because we got in so quick.
Yeah.
Like the minute it was uploaded, I like sent you guys a message. Like,
But-
we have to talk about this.
But we didn't do it because it's like, oh, everyone might talk about it. We were just like, this is so fucking cringy. We've got to fucking
Well, it was
like
just the
do
jar,
this.
the perfect jar topic.
Yeah, and we just happened to catch the algorithm at the right time, and it's just luck, really.
I do think it's cool though.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cool.
because it's like if someone asks, because people at my work nerve YouTube, and it's like if they ask about it, you're like, yeah, we've got this video, it's got 1 million views. The audio version past that, and it's like it's a nice thing, but I just don't think about it.
Well, it's nice for the most viewed video to like represent
Something-
what
something we
content is
do.
like, because it's like
Yeah, and the clout is paying off big time.
mm,
We're raking in major clout.
yeah, just so much clout. It's piled up in the fucking garage. There's so much.
Yeah, we're actually running out of space for all the clout.
The Sharing Ann Warrior has one. Just wanted to express my support for James wanting to wear Ugg boots. As a boy man who enjoys wearing feminine clothes and is trying to work up the courage to start wearing those clothes in public, I definitely think James could certainly pull them off and should totally get them.
I have a theory about fashion.
What's your theory?
Shoot.
It's not what you're wearing.
It's what you're not wearing.
It's it's the person that's wearing it.
Yeah.
So much of it comes down to like if you just rock it,
Yeah.
What, you mean the confidence?
Yeah, pretty much. If you don't think about people looking at you, if
If you're
If
not
you just-
conscious of what you look like, you will instantly look better in the clothes because
because you feel comfortable. You don't.
But what
give
if you're
a-
wearing something purposefully attention grabbing and that's what you're getting the kick out of?
But if you're like
You're, like,
looking for
reveling in-
people to look at you, that's not so cool.
No.
But if you're just wearing it and like
doing your own shit,
chill, doing your own
Headphones in,
shit,
just
doing
your shit.
vibing,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Anything
there's
can
a-
look
there's a-
good.
there's a
Anything
coolness
can
to
look
it,
good
yeah.
in that.
But in that same vein, like all these models wearing shit on like the Adidas website and the
Mm-hmm.
Urban Outfitters and shit, like that's sort of the flip side to it. Like you could put these people in any clothes and they look good. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a mindset, it's a grind set. But I do want to quickly mention something because the Ugg boots thing was from the normal episode, and there was something I forgot to mention
About the normal.
about the normal episode. James brought up that he at one point had straightened long hair.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Yeah, but we've never seen the proof. You said you have a picture. And
You happened because I went to school that morning and you opened the door because we used to go to your house and you're like, oh, what the fuck? Because you've seen it. You've
But
seen it. You can't
That
remember.
may be the case, but I can't remember. I need to see this picture.
So the picture is at my like uncle. I think it's my aunt's wedding.
Okay, the story is staying straight. He said that exact thing in the normal episode.
So like it was on my mum's side, so all of my weird fucking fucked family was there. It was a fucking day and a half. But for this day, I was wearing a white shirt, like no school trousers, and fucking straight long hair to like there.
Oh my god.
And there's the picture because when the whole picture everyone was taken, and I was like on the far right, and I was there.
Don't say you're on the far right, bro.
I wasn't on the far right, but in this picture, I was to the right.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
where,
leaning a
obviously
bit
'cause
to the right.
The couple's always in the centre.
Yeah.
And this picture does exist. My aunt has this picture, obviously, and I'm in it with straight hair. And I have seen it, but ever since I've never been able to find it again. It's out there. I've gone on her Facebook profile in an attempt to find it. And I haven't been able to. But it is there, and I did have it.
What about the, you said you had a picture of that giant poo. Has that ever manifested?
Oh,
or-
yeah.
I think my dad took that and put it in our family WhatsApp group. For like, obviously, that's what you do with your family WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, big shit. I think that's there. I just haven't tried to find it because it's like, yeah, it's fine.
I just really want to see straightened hair, James.
Yeah, I'd be down for seeing that.
Like, that's the one thing I don't want to see because I will cringe too hard at it. Because that look does not suit me. With the beard, with the way I am now, I don't. That was like the edgiest phase is when I thought I could rock that long hair. Because that was the era when that was popular. having that kind of long
like
hair.
the Justin Bieber fringe thing.
So
Fringe.
and it just didn't work for me. One day, if I do find it, I can prove it. But until then, it's lost to the archives.
That's
of my
like
life.
a meme at the moment, isn't it? Like people acknowledging that era where like all the punchlines were like, yeah, fuck Justin Bieber, let's kill Justin Bieber.
Do you remember
He's ruining
there was
the
that
world.
TV show he was in where he got like lit up? He got shot.
Oh yes,
yeah.
CSI Miami or something.
He like
That's
cameoed
it.
on an episode and was killed.
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah. And everyone's like, "Oh, this is the best episode of anything ever." Ha.
yeah.
It's like,
Yes, he's being fucking shot to death. Yeah.
poor Justin. No wonder he's so fucked up now.
You know he's got Lymes disease.
Yeah,
Poor
Yeah.
guy.
yeah.
I'm terrified of Lyme's disease.
Is that a thing you get from like ticks?
It's for tick thing.
How do you get a
I'd
tick?
forgotten about Lyme's disease, but there's like there's a really random throwaway line in The Legend of Korra where like this character's like, I'm looking out for ticks or whatever. I'm scared of Lyme's disease, and ever since then it's been like on my mind because I go walking in
'cause
grass fields a lot.
Yeah, I do as well. Actually.
What do you call it? Like when you get Lyme's disease, the effect,
Oh, the symptoms.
The symptoms. Thank you.
You like can't go in sunlight or some weird shit.
Really? Because I have had a tick on my body.
No, it doesn't mean you're gonna just have it.
No, I know, but like, what are the symptoms?
I don't know them.
Am I a limey guy?
Limey.
Ticks are the worst creation.
I don't think
By our
I
Lord
think
and
they're
Saviour.
they've evolved to be quite a clever little creature in terms of the way they exist.
Yeah, all stuff like that. Like fleas as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can never wipe out fleas.
Yeah. How are you supposed to wipe out ticks?
Yeah, they be sucking blood and shit.
They go bulbous and bright red and full of
Blood.
gunge.
Yeah.
Blood.
Yeah, and you
Once
got to
they've
be
been
careful when you're pulling them off your body. You can't like squeeze their abdomen, otherwise they shoot all their gunk and their insides.
Well, you can leave the
into-
mandibles like stuck in
Yeah,
your
yeah,
skin,
that as well.
I just haven't. I've luckily managed to avoid them or never been.
I think most people have, but I was wearing shorts in a field with sheep in.
And you can then actually run across it then.
Random Minion XD has one. One we have a type of question we haven't answered in a very long time. Which fossil fuel alternatives are the Madagascar characters?
I can't answer this.
No,
Alex the Lion is solar.
Gloria is water. Like water energy.
like waves.
Like waves, yeah, like
yeah.
oceans.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I think Marty is like wind things because he's like fast as the wind.
Oh, water. He could also be water because of his spitting power. I
Oh,
think.
that's true. No, he can be the ocean windmill things.
So that
So
leaves
the windmills in the ocean.
Well, they're not windmills.
So who's
What are they called? Turbines.
Well, wind turbines.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wind turbines.
Wind
So
turbines.
who's the snake that's on the water that moves and that creates electricity?
Melman.
the snake on the water?
Yeah. So wave.
No, we've already got wave
that's,
power.
That's the Gloria.
No, you need one for Melman. He's the only one.
Well, who's a
lacking.
hydro dam? That's water.
Gloria.
There's
Yeah,
too
that's
much.
true. There's water. Everything's around water.
No, there's got to be more than that.
Who's
Steam.
solar?
I already said Alex the Lion.
Oh, sorry.
He's solar.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but what is Melman?
He's nothing.
He's the snake on the water. Because he's a snaky guy.
He is a water snake. He is a water snake.
I don't actually know what the actual name of it is, but it's a snake thing on water. But when the waves go, it moves its like body, and then that somehow creates power.
Well, there is energy in the.
Yeah, have you seen it?
Ocean moving.
Creates power. I'm just not a scientist, you know.
I can't think of that many alternatives.
We went through a bunch of them.
They're all water, though.
That's fine. We love water on this.
We do love water. James is a big jug of water right there in front of him. He's going for a jug of chugging right now. He's
Chug
going
that
for a
jug.
chug of the jug.
Look at him.
Chug the jug.
Let's do a couple more before we go to the mid-break. Quid Kid says, how's Jim doing today?
Well, you know, bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah. Locker Apple says, question for Jim. Another
You're
one.
cutting into your skin, bro.
As the resident Catwoman of the cast, I wonder what your opinion on the trend/meme of Chonkers, i.e. overfeeding your cat so much that it becomes incredibly overweight so it can be fat and cute. Personally, I think it's sad to see cats that big, since at that point they would not be able to be proper outdoor cats anymore and really hinder their natural hunting capabilities. Question can be asked to the other lads too, but changed to overfeeding dogs, since there might be a bit more common problem since dogs aren't nearly as self-sufficient as cats are. Cheers.
I'm pretty sure the chonker phase is dying out, because obviously there was the Chonkers Reddit that was just known for being, they're just animal abusers. They just feed their cats so it becomes fat, so they can be like, oh, cute.
Is this like a big successful Reddit as well? Subreddit, sorry. Our Chonkers. It's still a thing.
Yeah, it's still a thing, but now they're like trying to be like, oh yeah, maybe feeding our cat to be fat isn't a bad thing. And if you went on that Reddit and you like started criticizing them abusing their animals, they get upset and ban you.
Oh yeah, I've just gone on it. r/Chonkers, nearly 500,000 users on it. Yeah, and it is just overweight like cats.
Maybe it isn't getting better then.
Yeah, it's really sad to me.
Yeah.
You should want the best for your pet.
Yeah.
Not just to get some Reddit gold. You're sacrificing a life for Reddit gold.
And like other
What's
animals,
wrong with you people?
Cats. You want to make cats fat?
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think I could physically make Billy fat.
Yeah.
She goes through phases. She gets heavier in the winter.
I think you have
when she's
to
inside.
program them to be that lazy and fat from when they're just like babies.
Yeah, it's hard, but Billy doesn't eat more food than she needs. You know, she's that sort of being.
She just eats what she needs for optimum
But
performance.
I'm going to take it further. I think if you have a cat, it should be an outside cat. It should be.
So.
I think every cat should be. The sad thing is some are worth a lot of money, so they physically can't be let outside because they'll be robbed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, cats belong outside. They roam and shit. They must get depressed being stuck indoors. Maybe there are breeds of cats that just prefer to be indoors, but like, let that thing live.
But I do think because the problem with cats now is because if we weren't involved, cats wouldn't have they wouldn't have been bred the way they are. There wouldn't be as many cats as there is now because we've bred them to be pets, and because of that, the population of birds is fucking plummeted. So I think I'd prefer to have birds outside in the morning making noise than cats. So I think because they're wild animals, and if everyone had their cat outside, that would fucking plummet even more.
Because of course humans adopted them because they were so good for hunting pests. Your mice, your rats. But
like rats are pests. I don't think like nice birds are.
No, you're right.
And if I had a cat, it'd be a house cat.
Don't get a cat then.
I'm not going to for that reason. I'd rather buy a dog.
My thing with birds is like, those motherfuckers can fly. They've got the whole sky to exist in, trees and shit.
But the cat's the perfect predator for birds. She's perfect for killing them. So of course it's not. We can't judge the
No,
birds.
I judge the birds.
Well, it's not really like the animal where the if cats like didn't exist in an environment and are only there because humans put them there, and then there's that island or whatever that had like native flightless birds, and then like one cat like killed them all. Yeah, it's not really the birds.
They're apex predators for sure, but I don't know. I still see a lot of birds flying around.
Yeah, but it's
not that extreme though. The thing is get your cats spayed, get them neutered, because they just be out there fucking.
Making more cats. Like I love cats. I think they're cute as fuck. But maybe
and
be responsible.
I don't know if it's true that I think the second cats were introduced to the country, whether we kept them as pets or not, they would be around because they're feral cats mate.
They're too like efficient at just surviving.
Yeah, they don't need humans. Like
when I went to Greece, they were everywhere. Just fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Friendly too. I'd prefer like those over, I think, wild dogs everywhere.
Oh god, yeah.
No, but you have that in Turkey. Turkey's got
plenty
loads
places
of
have wild dog
just
problems.
Dogs.
Yeah. Well,
The thing
stray
is,
dogs
though,
or whatever.
If cats declined the population of birds that much, Billy catches way more rats than birds. What would the rat population be at if cats didn't exist?
No, but I think that's the case because there's less birds. It's
do you mean?
easier because cats have been around for ages, so it's been like a 30-year decline. Obviously, I don't know statistical data to back this up, but naturally, I think the bird population has decreased over the last like 30 years. So when Billy enters, the birds are already low. So there's going to be more rats in comparison to birds. So she's going to find the rats.
No, but she's going to decline both. Cats in general hunt rats.
Yeah, that's why they are the way they are.
So they will have affected the rat population as well.
Yeah, it's a trade-off. We lose nice things, but we also lose horrible things.
Yeah.
We lose and win.
But I hate rats so much. It's worth it.
I found a fairly interesting wiki, article about this. Cat predation on wildlife. Where is it exactly? What's said back there? Their introduction has caused the extinction of at least 33 endemic species on islands throughout the world. Assumed as cats. Feral and domestic cats kill billions of birds in the United States every year. A lot of birds out there, man. You seen the murmurations? There's thousands of them.
Yeah, there's so many birds. We ain't
chicken
lacking
wings
for
just
birds.
flying around.
Yeah.
But then it is bad when we're actually killing species, when cats are actually wiping out species. That's when it's bad. But obviously, we can't be blaming cats. It should be the government's fucking responsibility to maybe be a bit proactive in it.
What, you want them to start hunting cats?
No, as in I want the government to start
breeding birds?
No, as in like rat sanctuaries, trying to breed the specific birds that are almost close to extinction,
I don't know.
Which is, I don't know if it's
the thing is, just the nature of the world. Like, countless species go extinct,
and will get
over
discovered
time.
all the time.
Yeah, and
It's just more kind of alarming, I guess, because it's the direct result of something humans have decided to do and embrace.
But again, like,
you can say the same for a lot of different animals: horses,
so many
cows,
species.
chickens, dogs.
Yeah, and look, like the dodo, it's extinct. But
Poor dodo.
But what vital impact did the dodo have on the world's climate? There's shit like bees that we need.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need dodos? I know it's fucked up that they're all dead, but
Yeah, they could be delicious. We were too greedy.
Yeah. If they were even better chickens, then we made a big mistake and should have farmed the fuck out of them. Stuck them in some battery farms. Get those dodos.
No, but it's like birds, like small birds. They're cute. I like birds. They're pleasant to see.
Yeah,
not kookaburras though. Send the cats to the kookaburras. They're like the parasite bird, aren't they?
Oh, where they put an egg in a.
They find an egg that already has eggs in it, and then they push them out, and they're like, "Oh, just put one here."
Yeah, and then they just get the other bird to be its parent. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Have you not? There's this warning that there's a new type of hornet in the UK or something. That's whole thing is just it's killing bees. Its whole job is to slaughter bees. Yeah. We're fucked. And you see bees kind of fucking slap. Why?
But have you seen how the bees fight back?
That's the coolest thing.
How do the bees fight back?
When a bee hive is attacked by hornets like that, they swarm over the wasp, completely engulfing it, and then they all individually start vibrating and making as much motion as possible, and using that heat, overheat the wasp and kill it.
Well, that's fucking sick.
There's a YouTube video, you can watch it.
It's the power of friendship and teamwork.
Yeah.
It's like when you play against a hacker in Apex.
You got to work together to defeat him. Hello everyone, it's me, Alex. Almost got 2 million subscribers, I do. Buy one of my Jar Media shirts. Available in the description below.
Welcome to the second half of, I wanted to say corn, but we're past the corn.
Yeah.
This is back
The
to
born.
jar.
We're born again.
We're reborn out of the corn into the jar.
This is the Christian episode.
Damn. The people listening won't know what you're referencing. This is the part of the show where we answer questions from the Jar Media subreddit, where there's a suggestion thread where you can ask whatever you like, any questions as you feel like. This one from Jar Media HL can get this segment going. How do you mingers feel about that Illumination Sing 2 is coming out?
We actually, when we couldn't record yesterday, we watched the trailer for Sing 2. I think it looks like...
Surprisingly good.
Yeah, I think they
shut
might
up.
redeem it.
Shut up.
Surprisingly solid. It looks like they addressed sort of the problems with that first movie. They got rid of Seth MacFarlane. They identified him as a problem. Got Bono to fill his role. Everyone loves Bono. So I think it's just a slam dunk.
Do you remember when U2 released that song on iTunes and it just no one wanted it? It just pissed everyone off.
No,
Was
the
it?
album.
It was the whole
The
album.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, an entire fucking album.
Yeah.
Do you know that
I remember seeing it there and it pissed me off.
Yeah, it pissed me off too.
It's like it's cool you've released a free album, but like give me the option to not have that in my
No, do you do not know how much that fucking album fucked with me, because obviously I'd use my iPad for anime for everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it would be the middle of the night and like somehow that album started and I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? As I can hear U2 through my speakers and I was just like,
yeah, it was
what
really
the
confusing. Because I remember just going on iTunes and being like, why is that there?
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck?
Yeah, and there was
is this
no way to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. And that's how I feel about Sing 2. Why is that there?
why can't
is
I
there
get rid of
anyone?
it?
You said yesterday it's their worst franchise, and that is saying something. It is their worst franchise. It's awful, and they've made it a franchise by making a second one.
Who makes it again? Is it Pixar or DreamWorks?
Neither. It's Illumination. So we're talking Secret Life of Pets. We're talking Minions. We're talking.
Yeah, no, it's by far the worst.
They are the least inspired animation studio to ever
Exist.
That get the success that they do.
Yeah. Yeah,
They make like Freebird level like movies, but for some reason they just take off. They've connected.
Mm-hmm.
They've kind of like TikTok. We were talking the other day. Like it's just bought its way into an industry. They are the equivalent of that, where they're just like a pure product thing with like no artistic integrity in any way.
Yeah, they've found a way to. They're like they've got like a slave labor dibby mine.
Yeah. They're farming dibbies effectively.
Yes.
They've taken all the like animation tropes and they've put it into an algorithm, and whatever comes out of the algorithm is whatever the next Illumination movie is, and that's exactly what they look like. Like the trailer, it's like it's almost like fake movies when you're watching it. It's like this is like fake.
Yeah.
This seems like like someone who's never actually seen a movie. They've only like watched trailers of movies. Like
yeah. No, that's what Sing 1 was as well. It's just like a trailer as a movie,
and what the actual heart of the story, what it is going for, what it is channeling and represents, is like something so fucking vapid too.
Yeah,
it's just
it's
like,
incredibly manipulative.
It's just the X Factor thing as a movie with animated talking animals.
Yeah, X Factor, one of the
worst fucking shows ever made.
Yeah, that whole era of TV. Like
Fucking
it's worse than Love Island and shit.
Mhm.
I reckon it's the most.
No, but they
trash
identified the popularity of the only thing anyone gives a shit about on X Factor are the tryouts, the cringy performances, the standout silliness of that. You go on YouTube, on their YouTube channel, and see all their crazy views are those like compilations of the like fails and funny shit, the tryouts. So then of course like the trailers in Sing 1 and Sing 2 is just like funny random animals doing like references to current pop music.
Yeah.
It's like starts on a Billie Eilish one or whatever, and it's like
it is TikTok as a movie.
Yeah. They are the most like producty movies. They just stand for nothing to me.
Yeah, don't go see it and stop using TikTok. Save this world.
Yeah, no, they should stop using TikTok because it's fucking severely addictive and really destructive for your self-confidence. So just don't use it.
You can say that about every social media, to be fair.
Yeah, but TikTok, it's got child predators on, so...
You can say that about every social media,
but
to be
I guess
fair.
they lose it.
Albino Basilisk has one. A question that may have already been answered, but a refresher would be cool. What LEGO themes or properties would you hate to see, and what would you love to see?
Does Despicable Me already have Lego?
Yep.
Yeah. I hate to see that.
Sing.
I own one of them.
Sing Lego.
Sing.
Any
Secret
illumination
Life of Pets. Hate to see.
I hated seeing Cars Lego. But, actually not that much.
Actually, no, that car I got.
I was going to say a good one I like is Fast and Furious ones.
Because it's just the cars.
Yeah, and it's actually like technical.
Yeah, that actually fits.
Yeah, that is cool.
Because cars also exist.
I just don't. I really don't want to see a Dwayne the Rock Johnson minifigure.
When Jungle Cruise comes out, I'm surprised there isn't a Rock like minifigure yet.
Yeah,
I don't think he's ever, unless Moana has one. I don't know.
That doesn't really count though.
Yeah,
it's not him.
It's not him. As far as ones I actually want, I want the classic Western line to come back. I want Lord of the Rings sets, more of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They could definitely go back like they've done with Harry Potter and like redo sets and make them better and stuff. And just go in more. This would never happen, but Mad Max would be perfect.
Oh my god, yes.
I only say that because the Seinfeld Lego set is coming out. And it's like, it's pretty adult. Like, come on.
Yeah.
They said the M word in that show. Well, the guy from it said the M word.
Who said the M word?
Kramer.
Oh, he didn't say it in the show.
Yeah, true. Maybe my mind's getting all fuzzy. Yeah, you can get the M word guy from Seinfeld. I don't think about those themes I don't want.
Yeah. No, Mad Max, that
works.
That would be sick.
I'd buy that.
And like you said, the Western. Because they've already done it before. Just do it again. Just release the same sets again.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Yeah. This commenter suggested a Greek mythology theme.
Yeah.
That could be awesome.
I don't know if they've done any I wouldn't mind what's it called, the like architecture range where it's all building.
I really like that range.
Like some of that stuff, like Roman buildings.
Yeah, they did the Colosseum
recently,
and it looks incredible.
I like that stuff because I'm not a big Lego person. Like, I appreciate it, but it's like if I want stuff like Lego for my house, I want it to be like that.
Yeah,
that's really fucking cool. I love that.
Yeah, that's the ship in the bottle.
I love just like the building stuff. And I would love some like ancient buildings like that. It'd be really sick.
Yeah, like the Taj Mahal they've got as well. Yeah, I love the architect stuff. Yeah, it doesn't get worse than that minion shit though. Black Lagoon Dog says, please just talk about Rayman more.
Rayman?
Rayman,
never seen.
Rayman Raving Rabbids is a fantastic franchise we're all big fans of over here.
What? Have we talked about Rayman before?
I've mentioned my affinity for Rayman Legends and Rayman Origins.
Yeah.
That is what I want from that. They managed to make a character I gave no shits about. I didn't care about Rayman, like the fat 3D Rayman from like PS1 and 2.
Yeah.
I never give a shit about Rayman, but making him 2D, making that art style, that music and everything, that is my weakness.
He looks so good.
He looks amazing.
Yeah, because he went from a character I would never want to see in Smash, to a character that I think needs to be in Smash. He belongs there.
Yeah.
Those two games are like the best platformers, just pure platformers I've played. Like
they are better than
years.
the 2D Mario games.
Yeah, easily
from that era.
Easily,
the like Wii U ones or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're way more creative, and it's that art direction that's really my weakness.
Yeah, and the music levels and stuff. It's so fun.
Yeah, and like 100%ing it. It's like 4-player, different. Yeah, it's really fucking good games. Can't believe Ubisoft made them. Actually shocked that they released those.
Yeah, they sort of had a peak of like making good games, good single player games. They had like
Valiant Hearts,
Child of Light. That was a good game. And the 2 Rayman games. Yeah,
that balance makes sense to me though. You have your dumb Assassin's Creed and Far Cry's that are just raking in infinite money. Just have little small teams that are making stuff like Valiant Hearts, like Rayman. Yeah.
Yeah.
That when they come out, they get your like critical cred that
Mhm.
you like want and need, and it's not.
Yeah,
you feel more,
Ubisoft-
it's like more diverse than
Ubisoft are the worst company at the moment, I think.
because they just announced like
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Destiny.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
Assassin's
see-
Creed Infinity,
They've announced Assassin's Creed Infinity, fucking
and it's just a Destiny clone.
Wait, what?
with the
it's-
model, like the Halo Infinite model, the Destiny model,
Yeah, it's going to be a platform.
the ancient model that was established in 2014. They're only just like, oh,
What's-
maybe we should do that now.
what's-
Well,
the
they've been
setting,
trying to
though?
do that for ages. It's like every setting. They're going to have like every setting. It's going to constantly be getting more settings.
Well, have you heard the rumors for the new GTA?
No.
Where apparently they're designing the online map more like a Fortnite map, where you can like take bits out and put it back in or some weird shit.
See, I'm gonna say this again. I don't give a fucking shit about GTA 6 anymore.
Well, you can't really take rumors as like an indicator for
Yeah, you have to
quality.
I see it.
The thing is, I can't see Rockstar following trends like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
They like make the trend, you know, like GTA Online. It's its own thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Why did Assassin's Creed become shit?
It was that's the
always pretty
secret. This is the space guy holding the gun to the other guy looking at the Earth.
Always has been.
Always has been.
No, I disagree.
It's- No,
I
it
completely
was always
disagree.
shit.
No, because I think having games set in ancient worlds where it's kind of
Yeah,
that
it's
sort-
super
that's
cool
what's
idea.
carried it.
But it's based in the Assassin's Creed universe,
Mm.
instantly making it worse.
Yep.
Its gameplay
It's
was
shit.
made by Ubisoft, instantly making it worse.
Story's terrible.
Awful stories.
I just like historical games. Like
Yeah, and I wish they
That's
could.
what they've ridden off this whole time. It's
Yeah.
like,
I wish
I'd
they
love
could-
to play like an American Civil War setting game. I'd
Yeah,
love
yeah,
to
yeah.
fucking.
Why can't they just make games based in these eras not attached to Assassin's Creed? Why can't somebody else do that?
because this is what we watched it yesterday. The new trailer for the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Edition, and that game I want to play that game.
Mhm.
Because it is just setting period in the
Well,
feudal period of Japan,
Yeah,
and
they
it's
took
sick.
the one thing everyone's been saying for years. It's like the one Assassin's Creed they want.
Yeah.
Like, making one in Japan and make it like good and stuff, and then like
Yeah, but I'm glad we never got it.
Yeah, I am
because
too.
It would have
Ghost of
done it so-
Tsushima is
Yeah.
it's like built around being a samurai game. If it was an Assassin's Creed game, it would like have to have parkour. It would have to have all this bullshit. It would have to have the shit combat that's in every Assassin's Creed game.
and it would have to link to the Abstergo fucking bollocks that will just make the game
Yeah.
worse. And Ghost of Tsushima is just a fucking great game. No fucking shit.
Yeah, it's just sick as fuck.
I just want more period games. That's what I want.
just interesting settings that aren't just New York.
Mm-hmm.
Would be nice. Let's do this one from Egmo's Bruh. We did a video on Jar the other day. James reviewing Cars.
Yeah.
James reviews Cars, the Disney movie from 2006. There was one guy who was like, I guess, quite upset by the video because he like loves cars
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't get it. So he left this comment not only on the video in comment form but also on the subreddit. So I'll read it out. This he deserves, to hear the other side of the coin. We deserve. Egmo's Bruh has this thing. I really do not get the hate for Cars. It's such a meaningful, intricate story about popularity and ego with like no wasted time. Alex mentioned Doc's character arc linking with Lightning McQueen's, but what about Sally's backstory on living in the limelight that gives them relatability, making their romance even more endearing than it already is with her trying to find out if he's genuine with Mater. Through Mater's character, McQueen learns the weight of a promise and loyalty with the helicopter ride, which links into how he got lost in the first place by falling asleep when he promised Mac he wouldn't stay up after not letting him sleep. There's so much more as well. Just don't get why it's unpopular to put it as one of Pixar's best. What?
No.
Wasted time. There's a lot of wasted time in that
There's
movie.
a lot of wasted time.
We didn't say it's illegal to not like the movie.
I think this Cars would hit different if you saw it when you were young. If you first watched it when you were generally younger, you'd probably be fond of it and you wouldn't have noticed the problems. But when you're watching it when you're 25, it's fucking shit.
Well, when 2006, so I was 12 when it came out,
No.
and it was lame.
9.
It was lame then.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. You like it.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you get enjoyment from it.
But it's with any film. If you hear someone criticize a film you like and they say things that maybe you don't agree with, still valid for them to think a different way.
I thought we explained ourselves quite well anyway. We're saying about it's a conceptual level, a concept problem we have with cars.
Yeah, and like the plot is totally fine. It's like 5 out of 10, just normal stuff. And it's got a nice moral in it.
Yeah, it is interesting because it's not like bad, but it kind of is bad to me.
Yeah, it's crammed with too much gunk. I'd say.
The gayest jar fan has one for us. Howdy Mingers, James's comment on how empowering it is to disrupt someone's life by wearing something they don't like really spoke to me. Back when I was in college, I had a phase of wearing outfits of one solid colour like blue, green, purple, etc. and got the wildest looks all over campus.
A fucking look, goddamn.
When Pokemon Go was a thing, I had a mohawk dyed rainbow colours as I walked around town. A couple years ago, I put dreadlocks into my mohawk, which was also pretty wild. My style has calmed down a bit now that I'm busy with my job, but I still wear flashy jewellery that men typically wouldn't, like dangling earrings and bracelets. I'm also certain someone would try to hurt me for it. I live in a very homophobic neighbourhood. But I'm a large black guy, so people tend to mind their own business. The moral of the story is James needs those Ugg boots.
Boom.
You're getting a lot of
support.
Support. Yeah.
The normal episode, it's just more payoffs, man.
Yeah.
He's speaking the truth.
We didn't mention the Dogecoin thing and that as well.
Oh, yeah, we...
Yeah, that is wild. Alex said Dogecoin is the next big thing.
No, you said fucking Dogecoin to the moon or some shit. You said something really specific that was just like, what the fuck is this? No, because it's fucking weird. It's Dogecoin, the GameStop stocks. But if it's crypto or fucking anything, we are on it.
Yeah, listen to us.
Listen, people would have made so much money if they listened to me from the GameStop thing.
And Alex on the Dogecoin. I do want to say though that's a question we just got asked. It kind of calls back to what I was saying. Like, that person has charisma and energy and confidence out the wazoo to wear that sort of shit, and
he rocks it. I don't even have to say him. We know he rocks it. Yeah, he's got the fucking confidence.
And the fact that he's saying he's wearing that stuff, like,
yeah,
pure badassery.
Yeah. We fucking stand that shit.
I don't have those cojones.
I don't. But at the same time, we have walked through the local Tesco all wearing matching ponchos. So that is confidence.
With slight pattern colour differences. Pattern colour differences.
Same poncho, different pattern.
Yeah. Well, no, same pattern, different colours.
Yes, I said I could apply to one and you two are dark.
Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something walking through Sainsbury's.
And yeah, we didn't give a shit, and we had the confidence to that.
No, there was that time, I think it was Jim and I were walking the dogs with ponchos on, and there were some people coming the other way.
Because we had cigars as well. Walking the dogs, smoking cigars, wearing ponchos, and these people were walking towards us, stopped, turned around, and started walking the other way.
No, but that's kind of cool, because you were clearly intimidating, and I just find that funny.
But if you're like an older person, and you see two people smoking something... Sure,
they might go rage mode. I've heard about this.
Yeah, but then you see the ponchos. Who the fuck wears ponchos? It's not going to be some like crack smoking, knife in the poncho type of guy. They're smoking
at like 5 p.m. on like a breezy summer's afternoon.
Yeah, it's a poncho, dude.
It's not the best thing.
It's hippie clothing. It's like you look at the patterns and stuff. That's hippie shit. What the fuck are they gonna do?
They might fucking intimidate me. Oh no, I better run away.
The secondhand smoke might make me go funny.
See, I haven't worn the poncho in ages. I forget I have it, but it's always there. It's always in my room.
I've got my poncho hanging up.
Yeah, there are always two behind that door, hanging up.
Behind that door?
Yeah.
Damn.
But I just I forget to wear. I don't know what situation is actually best to wear a poncho, because it's thick. You don't want to wear it when it's really sunny because you'll sweat.
It's not bad for sunny.
There's a certain temperature where it's perfect.
Yeah, evening sun.
And I forget to wear it during those times, because I generally want to wear it more because it fucking slaps. And people are gonna point out that I probably said at the time when we went through the poncho phase that I was anti-poncho.
Were you anti-poncho?
I think I was. But then I wore one and I was like, oh, fuck, I can't, this is incredible.
They're potentially the best designed piece of clothing ever made.
We need to adopt more things like that.
More hippie shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Just different crazy things, like looking at, of course it's very weepy, but like kimonos and things like that. It's so comfortable, man.
Yeah, they do look incredibly
They also look
comfortable.
really beautiful. I like
Yeah, there's just stunning bits of clothing. But like, you can't realistically, well, I suppose you could.
Yeah, 'cause
You would get some interesting looks around here.
It's the samurai one where it goes there and it's just like, you just look like the fucking...
Dressing gowns.
Yeah.
They are just dressing gowns, but
Comfy.
nicer.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, with a bit more flair.
Yeah.
So is that it? It's the next thing is the samurai fucking kimono. We're gonna just wear that one.
Yeah, we should get a samurai sword and mount it on the wall. Skelly Dude 11 has a good one, actually. You've done JARCast with 4, 3, and even 2 people. Which JAR member do you think could do the best and most entertaining JARCast on their own?
You're the only one who's done it. The Argy interview.
Oh, yeah. That was more of a blab thing, though, anyway.
Yeah, it was quite long though.
I reckon I could do a solo JARCast.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon you could. I think James could with a certain energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's chaos. If I had chaos in me on that day, I could fucking bang out. No
I don't really understand how you can do a podcast alone.
Yeah, it's not really a podcast then.
Unless you have like a really specific topic, like the whole.
I could only do
episode.
it with the prep and the sheet and stuff. I could rip off everything here.
Right. Yeah. 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 I mean, I could talk about like a piece of media or something for ages, but yeah, I don't know about. It's the conversation thing where you go down the tangents and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that by myself.
But doesn't Bill Burr, like, he does a podcast by himself?
Yeah,
But he's got that mind.
Yeah, it's like a stand-up comedian thing.
Yeah. Super fucking difficult.
Yeah, it's a talent for sure.
Okay, let's do this one from the Only Dick Pisser. Let's make this the penultimate. What is the origin of Jim's legendary nickname Beast? I was trying to remember and I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the YouTube comment section invented it.
Was that really it?
I think so.
No, I'm having a weird like thing right now of like reminding myself. I'm pretty sure it was maybe from the crackhead era, where I was probably at my most crackheady.
Yeah, and you just spur of the moment said Beast.
Because I thought it would be like funny, cringy, awesome.
Cringy,
I was giving everyone
Cringe nicknames.
Yeah.
And be stuck.
Although I could be wrong. Maybe the origin's in the jar.
No, I reckon it was crackhead era Alex.
Yeah, that makes sense. I still get sent like quotes of shit I've saved from that era, and I'm like, I just don't remember saying any of it.
No, you were proper like off the wall,
Cracked.
Just insane.
cracky. Yeah.
And I don't know why.
I think wasn't that the period when you're doing a lot of IHE videos?
Yeah.
So that might have been that was just the release you needed. To actually
Yeah, it
manage
was working to just a cringe amount then.
Yeah, pure like,
It was
outlet.
that era was just Alex works, we do jar. Alex is a crackhead. We order fucking 15 Domino's cookies.
I always see, and I can never remember like the context of it. It was like the sun or some shit. It like sounds proper crackhead.
The sun.
Talking about like going into the center of the sun or some weird shit.
That just sounds like a normal conversation.
No, even in the normal episode, like you're just like different. I don't know. You just had this like I don't know. Yeah, there's no other way to put it. Crackhead energy.
Mm-hmm.
I think jar is slowly making us more crackheady.
Well, I reckon Alex has reduced in crackhead.
Yeah, I feel like I've
headedness.
leveled out massively.
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't though. It's just been getting worse.
Yeah, maybe it's like a thing that flows through each of us throughout time. James is heading towards peak crackhead.
And then it's your turn.
Well, seeing as we're actually on the word cringe and we say it constantly, Goob Show Riot says, don't have a movie or TV suggestion or fight animal question or random meme question. This is just a nitpick mainly at Alex the IG guy. A while ago you said you didn't like using the word cringe because it's overly used and rarely used properly. And now we get the word well seasoned over every few episodes. What's happened? Has the irony meter gone too far and now it's just cringe? This, cringe that, everything is cringe? Have we fallen down the rabbit hole? Can you see the light?
What?
No, because I was anti-cringe for a while because, early Leafy where it really went mental and genuinely every fucking thing.
That's so cringy,
But that was a battle I lost. You can't.
It's just become like
it's
part
the new
of the vocabulary.
It's the new equivalent of saying that the thing is bad.
Yeah, in a lot of ways it has replaced gay as a descriptor.
Yeah, 90s, early 2000s. That was what we heard in the playground. It probably is cringe now. It's like what our cousins say and shit. Yeah, it probably is. And I would prefer that if that is going to be the.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Yeah.
I stopped using cringe
because it is a good word. Well, it's very explanatory.
Yeah, but the word gay used to mean gay, to be gay.
Yeah,
and then it meant what cringe means now.
Mm-hmm.
It got overused to the point where gay didn't mean gay. And now cringe has been overused to the point where cringe doesn't really mean cringe.
Yeah.
It means something different.
It's not the same cringe that it used to be.
No, I used it the same way I used to the old cringe. That's how I used cringe.
That's cringe.
Shut up.
This is a really fucking weird question, but Vibrating Pablo says, this question for all JAR members. If you could have another JAR member for a son, as in you could now have them as a baby and raise them through the years, what JAR member would you pick? How would you raise them?
Can James be the only one to answer this?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't mind little baby James. Raise him right.
Yeah, but by raising me right, I wouldn't be me.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be fascinating? Just see what happens.
Well,
just give everyone a baby James.
Would normal James stay?
Yeah, you'd still be here, but there's just now a baby James.
That is a really interesting subject of having. We all have a kid of ourselves, but we all have each other's kid. So there's one. So we all bring up each other.
I just like the baby James one more, to be honest. Everyone has a little baby James, including you. You raise yourself.
Yeah.
But I'd raise myself the same way I've been raised, but better, obviously.
So it wouldn't be the same. So you would.
Yeah.
No, but it would be the same. It'd be me, just without all the stuff you don't want. It would just be the car interest, behaved and responsible.
So you'd be a good parent then?
Yeah, I'd be a really good parent. But how would you raise me?
I don't know. Maybe I'd make you a dumpster baby. Just leave you in the dumpster. I don't know.
Punish James. You just create punish James.
Punish James. No, I don't know. That's just like asking me how would I raise a baby. I don't fucking know. I've not really thought about that.
I just mostly wanted to ask it because of the funny imagery of loads of little baby James.
When I picture baby James right now, it's like a baby with James's beard. I can't.
See, for me, for some reason, it was just James as he is now, but shrunk down. That's all.
James.
No, honestly, I can't think of anything worse than having baby me's. Because I was like dangerously hyperactive. Hence why I fucked myself up so often. So imagine James, baby James is in this
But was
room.
that in response to the parenting you received? Would baby James be totally different under the wing of Alex?
No.
It's a nature versus nurture thing. It's hard to say.
I'm naturally quite hyperactive. I've got those genes. So if Alex had baby James, I think he'd have to deal with a hyperactive baby James. And it's how you dealt with that would shape the baby James.
Mm.
No, but Alex has dealt with Argy, hyperactive baby Argy. And, your You and Baby Argy, I imagine, have some similarities. I reckon.
Baby me and Baby
Argy has prepared you for Baby James.
It's all been building to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the next 10 years, like little mini clones, like Apple cloning or something.
We could try it out for
clone.
real. We could see who makes the best James.
Who crafts the strongest James?
I hope.
Yeah,
that
I'd have Baby James like in the gym.
Yeah, we have the
From the
mind,
age of,
body,
like,
and spirit
3.
Jameses. You be the body James.
Yeah.
I'd or mind, body.
You'd have Spirit James.
Yeah, I'd have spirit James. Yeah.
and I just have James. I hope there never
Yeah,
is. the
surely
mini
if you
James.
raised a clone of yourself, it would be the most you. It would be even more you than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you are being shaped by you. You have a
Because you were shaped by your parents and other.
so you know where they've gone wrong because
influences.
you've experienced it.
But then you get to be the direct influence
On you.
of you. So then, therefore, you, the influence, the you that was influenced by you,
is the most
you.
Mm.
How would you feel about raising yourself, knowing that you are less you than the being you're raising?
I don't think it would be fair. That James would be the most ultimate thing. Because my parents failed, education. They didn't give a fuck. So it's like I was just off the chain. But
Brainiac James.
So I'd be able to force them to actually care about education, to be smart. But I'd show them morals, my views politically. So they'd just be a
But then
machine.
they'd rebel against your views. Then they become less you.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
then it's
no,
the
that's-
old white James. It's the fucking... the next villain, the fucking super smart old white James.
Yeah, the rebellious phase would be a challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to
How would it
nip that in
manifest?
the bud. Otherwise, the you would be the least you.
See, no, I'd
It would
probably...
be the Elseworld you.
Yeah.
Like the
Shadow you.
Yeah, shadow.
I just do what my parents did, which is nothing. Just let it happen, see what happens.
Let's end on this one. From Jim in the Dream Lounge. How do you think? It's first time questioner but long time JARCast listener here. Before my question, I just want to briefly say to James specifically that the Jarb Lab, where has James been, has actually been a really important part of my own personal struggles for me. Last year, I was really struggling, and listening to James and how he overcame everything that he did and became the Giga Chad he is today is genuinely inspiring. My question is this. If you had to have any character from a video game who can speak in your ear at all times to give you advice and talk to you whenever you like, who would you choose? Whose dialogue options would get exhausted most easily, and who would drive you into a pit of madness first? Discuss, and as always, game on. Oh, and by the way, did you know the Swidder's Burger King is burnt to the ground? We did know that.
We did,
Yeah,
we
very
did learn
sad.
that. Whip.
Mordin Solus for me. I feel like just practicality, quick. It's just like, oh, there you go.
He's a bit,
He might take me down the wrong. It depends what era of Mordin we're talking
Yeah,
about. Is
yeah.
he a bit more militaristic and
he's
stuck in
willing
his
to
ways?
do some pretty heinous stuff, though,
Mm-hmm.
to, ends justify the means sort of thing.
Yeah. So I get stuff done, but they might be morally kind of fucked.
In the Mass Effect world, Grunt would be good. Having Grunt.
No,
Yeah.
That would be like just pure psychosis. It would just make you a violent
Yeah.
monster.
I want to kill.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be Mass Effect. Pluck something else out.
I'm trying to think of video game characters that would actually be beneficial.
Price?
What about
joining the military. and then-
Otacon?
yeah,
That's a good one for James. We can just chat about anime.
because he is the guy on the desk, isn't he?
Yeah.
With the PC or whatever.
Yeah. Now, Alticon is a good one. I can't think of many others, though.
Waluigi?
Mr. New Vegas.
Mr. House.
No, because he turned you into that sort of Bezos.
Bezos.
Jeff Bezos?
Jeff Bezos from the Outer Worlds. Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Cortana?
Nah.
Nah, that's cringe.
No, again, it'd be practical and useful.
No, that's cringe. I'd bully your fucking Cortana. I'd bully you for having
Yeah,
Cortana.
what could she do for like the average person?
There's a Covenant carrier 100 meters over there.
No,
Yeah, she could just give you directions when you're driving, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I honestly, the only option is the New Vegas Fallout, Mr. New Vegas. And he's saying nice things in your ear and playing you sweet music, and you can just turn it on and off. That would be
That's
good.
just a radio station.
What about
Yeah,
does
but in
like
your head? You know? Cool.
you know there was that DLC for COD where you could buy Snoop Dogg's voice.
Yeah, that counts, I guess.
That
Snoop
counts?
Dogg. Yeah.
No, that would probably be bad.
I'm gonna stick with Otacon though.
Otcon would work. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Mordin, I think.
Thank you for watching this episode of the JARCast podcast. Thank you for watching this episode of the JARCast podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode, and we hope you have a beautiful week, and we'll catch you on the next Angry Joe show.
Go cute.